User joined your channel.
And a wonderful good evening here to round one of CityLiga. We were watching one of the IOD cards currently. And we're still in the phase where people are joining the server, or the spectators, or anything. I'm here today to commentate this race with and to show you the action around the grid. I guess it's going to be an interesting one. We're here in the season opener with the LX6 at Fern Bay Gold Reversed. And as you might see, it's a slightly improvised stream. Sadly, there were no free slots on SimRace TV, so just a little, well, solution to that little problem. Also, the stream is going to be slightly bit smoother in just a bit. There are some programs still running in the background that won't run during the race. So what awaits us is a 5-lap sprint qualification. That means a regular race of 5 laps. And whoever finishes it first starts from the pole position for the first sprint race. The sprint races are 23 laps long, and the grid is reversed for the top 10 of each grid. So now the driver briefing starts, and we're taking a look at the track with a lap of Dom and the track presentation video by Knox Ronald. Enjoy.
So it's about time again for another CityLiga season, and it starts with a journey back in time. Fernbay Gold Reverse looks as if it wasn't updated since the early 1970s. Very high curbing, sweeping corners, very narrow, not the easiest of circuits for sure. It's very suiting though that a track which looks so old is being raced with a car that concept-wise had its origins in the 50s. The LX6 is certainly a potent weapon for a race around FE3R. 2 half-hour-long races will be the main focus of the first round, with the top 10 finishes of the first one being turned around for race 2. Overtaking will certainly be difficult unless the car in front makes a mistake, of course. Not something that's out of this world round here. So keeping your concentration is vital. Now though, without any further distractions, a lap on board with the LX6 around Fernbay Gold Reversed. Out of the last corner we go. CityLiga 19 starts here. Fernbay Gold Reverse with the LX6. Micro qualifying lap, a bad one at that. Over the line we go. Towards turn 1, between 50 and 100 meters. Down to 5th gear. Touch both the curbs, don't get the car too unsettled. Neat and tidy around the left-hander here. 3rd or 4th gear, depends on what you prefer. Down to 2nd for the hairpin. Again, stay to the right for the next 90-degree left-hander. Touch the curb on the inside a little bit, don't run out too wide, but you can use all of the curb. Short straight here, up to 5th gear for the double right hand, and lift a little bit on the entry now. 4th or 3rd, depending on what you prefer again, for the 2nd one. 4th can make you run wide quite easily though, like I demonstrated. 2nd gear for the entry to the bridge. Don't slide it too much, get a clean exit, pick up all the traction you have. And now down the back straight here, over the bridge, reaching well over 180 kilometers an hour. Bam again, down to 5th gear at around 50 meters. Don't slide it too much, don't run wide. Tap the brakes for the next corner. It's banked, so you're going to find a lot of grip on the entry, but falls away on the exit. Again, now for bank corner, again, tap the brakes. Good grip through the corner. And now this down the right hander falls off the track, really, and it's just not very nice drive sometimes. Through the chicane in 4th gear. Don't touch the tires, admins will get very cross with you. Last corner, 2nd gear. Ideally you want to drift it a bit, not pick up as much understeer as I did. And now stay over to the left side of the track, shortest the route to the line. And this is a lap of FE3R with the LX6. Enjoy the race, not my lap. You won't have enjoyed that, it's rubbish.
And although he says we wouldn't enjoy his lap, we're very thankful to have him presenting all these track presentations. We did this last season as well, and like last season, it's going to be a standard feature of our broadcasts. However, this season we're going to broadcast in English. I guess you have already, noticed. So in the background we see the grids is going to be set, but we're taking now a look at who is racing in grid 1. So we have got the champion Kali Winkler from Core Racing and the other pastime champion HR Chuti. Those two are going to... Well, the promising bit is that those two can really win races, and it's going to be interesting to see how the season will pan out to either side, but they might be the top favorites, but other drivers are, well, in some outsider positions. Yeah, the drivers are sorted by starting number in this list, so not really meaning anything, the position up in front. From Instruments of Death, we've got Wicked in the number 5 car. In the number 9 from the Netherlands, Sonic Rams driver Toon. Marcel from Error Mines. Predator from Bulgaria and from the Bernard crew. Then Error Mines Shooty. The big return of Ice Wolves, an old team which did Masters of Endurance in the past. They have a little comeback here with 3 drivers separated over the 2 grids of CityLiga's of this CityLiga season. So it's very nice to see a comeback by a team. It's really not happening that often, one must admit. Then 9th in this table is Bernard Crew Jens, who I'm not sure might have one of his first Grid 1 appearances. Definitely one of his first appearances in Grid 1. It's for Genuine Racing's Dom, who we've just heard and listened to in the track presentation. Also in Grid 1 is World Class Lines Katila, and from Race Green it's Falcon. He's not the only Canadian in this grid. As we turn to page 2, Bernard Crew Klaus Adam, the admin of the Desire of Patience tour, which starts in about 1.5 months. Going to be a 12-hour race and a further 24-hour race in January. Definitely is something to check out. We've got Mate from Finland, also from World Class Lines. Then Papax from Just. Matti, also from Instruments of Death. Holle, then the other Katila. Wolf from Instruments of Death and Geheimrat from Bernard Crew. First Hungarian, it's Morvai in front of Bernard Crew Nima, Shippy, and Cola Moonstruck Rhinos Knistling. Cola Moonstruck Rhinos, a team which usually races in the absolute beginners scene. It actually unites 4 CityLiga seasons under this very name. Then on the last page we see Knox Ronald, who is doing all the little videos apart from the streams, the recaps and the track presentations. Also a big thank you to him from this place. Then we've got Lazar, Mr. Flame, Martin Kapal from Savage Sim Sports, and Laszlo Kovac, and Instruments of Death GRSM. Now I promised you another Canadian, but he's apparently racing in Grid 2, I forgot. But yeah, that are the 29 drivers who made it into Grid 1. While in the background we're sorting the grid. The starting lineup of the qualifying race of the sprint qualification is determined by the tracker. The tracker itself is set by the LFS World personal best times. There was once the thought of letting everyone run on the CityLiga service so we can track the servers, but after the end of grid quali there would have been just 5 days, and this was deemed too short to do a proper qualification with these tighter rules. So there we go with the starting lineup. Schulte starts in front of Shippy and Kelly. We've got Dom in 4th position, Kovac in 5th position, Marcel in 6th, Katila in 7th, 8th is Morvai, 9th is Ronald, 10th is Predator, 11th Kapal, 12th is Matti, followed by Holle and Ice Choices. Then we've got in 16th position Klaus Adam, followed by Maddie and Wicked. And 19th it's Geheimrat in front of GRSM. And if you wonder about the names in CityLiga, we're sticking to the old-fashioned way of having nicknames instead of real names. The one people like it that way, the others this way, and well, it's been used for some ages here. This name from it. Yeah. Behind GRSM there is Falcon, in front of Lazar, Wolf, Jens, J.A. Katila, Papax, and Knistling. The admin asked if he forgot anyone, but the grid looks to be set. We've got 27 people on the grid. So 2 are currently missing. Might not make it today. Race is going to start in 1 minute. If you have questions or anything, just post it into the chat here. Probably I'm going to see that much sooner than if you post it into the LFS forums, but either way, questions, then post them and I'll answer them. At least I try to. People are readying up. Just waiting for one more person. So then we come to another very unique feature of CityLiga these days. We're going to kick it off with a lag lab. A lag lab is essentially an aborted start. So everyone is going to do about half a lap. And then the race gets restarted. It has something to do with tricking out the internet. It was used in the past by many leagues when it was still necessary. At least it gave a good feeling. So whatever happens here, it's not really mattering. There we go, the restart, and now we're going to have the first real start of the season. The race will give no points. 5 laps around this very track. And we're off. It goes good into turn 1. There is many people wide and there is car spinning. Who is it? It was Geheimrat, and Predator's also off. He got kicked out in the very next corner. And it's a bit messy here, but in the lead there is Shooty in front of Shippy and Kali. So the leader is clear, and now we've got the whole pack, the peloton chasing behind. Oh, and cars are off. Kapal and Ronald. Here is Ronald. Kapal already back on track. And this is with this qualification format slightly crucial. So we're having a very stuttery stream, I'm told. Sorry for that that bit. Sadly for today there was nothing better to organize, at least not in the time we've had. So in the lead we've got Shooty in front of Shippy, Kali and Dom. Ooh, contact between Kovac and Marcel. And now Kovac is losing positions also to IOD Morvai it is. Morvai. Just passed him. Now on the back straight. Contact again. And World Class Lines car of Katela also gained positions from that. laps to go in this qualification. Ooh, mistake by Katila. Little slidey there by Morby, who's now under pressure from Kovacs. Side by side now into the fast left-hander. Kovacs had to move out of the way, and now with an extra bit of momentum, Matti takes a look at position number 8. And there in the background there is Martin Kapal, who recovered quite well from his accident earlier. Last lap. Battle between Maddie and Wicked. Though the WCL driver stays in front. Some people go pretty wide there. That was the Ice Wolves driver choices in the background. Then the qualifying race is over. Shooty already in the, well, through the SSC even. Now entering the final chicane. There we are going around the last corner, and Shooty gains the pole position for the first race in front of, who is it going to be? It's going to be Shippy, but it was quite a close finish. So Shippy on second, Cully in third, and then they're all crossing the line, setting the grid positions. No points awarded for this race, just determining the starting positions for the first of the 2 sprint races. So everyone comes in here in quite a chaos. And so people are now joining the spectators to quickly switch their setups. We're going to have a short break. And so we're going to do a quick break to solve some of the streaming problems. We've got 2 minutes, should be somewhat enough. So we're going to be back in a bit.